Shalom. Once again, brothers out there, all praises and glory to Yahawashi. We out here another week. As you can see, the brother's back on his feet. He's well. And the Lord, the Lord can have you go through certain situations. But it's a trial of faith, and you overcome those situations. So the brother's back, and everything like that. And we'd like to give all praise and glory to our power, the God of the Bible, the supreme being, Yahawashi. You gotta, as you know, brothers out there, you keep your feet firm, keep doing the work, keep coming out in the highways and the byways, and knowing that our redemption, our reward is near, so to speak. Because we have a job to do, and our job is to keep bringing this word out week in and week out, regardless whether the people like us or not. This is our work. This is what the Heavenly Father set us up to do. So with that being said, man, you brothers, you stand firm. Shalom. All right, shalom. We got the Hebrew Israelites come out there week in and week out to prophesy about the upcoming calamities that's going to befall in this empire or this world. All right, ultimately the end. And also we're out here to recover the ones of our people, them that are so-called blacks, Latino, and Native American descent, or those that ancestors may go back to the tribes of Israel. You may not be on the sign here. Okay, so we out here for the Israelites that have been scattered abroad. All right, and we out here to teach the gospel. Okay, and the gospel of who you call Jesus Christ the right way. So give me a scripture, brother.
2 Ezra chapter 7, verse 32. And the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her.
Without further ado, once again, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Yahawashi. We're gonna continue on now.
They say, and the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her.
Yep.
And so shall the dust those that dwell in silence.
Right, and all those that dwell in silence, and that's talking about the men that pass away. Okay, so the Lord is going to restore the dead and bring them back. Okay, in a right state of mind. It's newborn babies. Okay, but ultimately that's really talking about the elect that died in the Lord. Okay, when you read the book of Revelations, what is it? I believe it's but it's in Revelations where it speaks about how the dead in Yahawashi shall rise first. Okay? So whoever's dead in Yahawashi, they're going to come back first and they're going to see their reward going.
And the secret places shall deliver those souls.
Right, and the secret places shall deliver those souls. That's talking about the so-called UFOs, or the chariots of the Most High. The chariots of the supreme power. Okay, go on.
Deliver those souls that were committed unto them.
Right, deliver those souls that were committed unto them. Okay, so the souls that were committed, okay, they're going to receive their salvation. All right, go on, brother. Matter of fact, read that again. Read that verse again.
Verse 32, and the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her.
Right.
And so shall the dust those that dwell in silence.
Right.
And the secret places shall deliver those souls that were committed unto them. And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment.
Right.
And misery shall pass away.
Right, and misery shall pass away. So when the Lord raises, when the Lord comes, okay, and all that, and then something restores the kingdom of heaven, or the kingdom of righteousness, okay, then guess what? All of this misery that we've been going through in this world, okay, today is going to be forgotten about. That's the core reason of why we out here as well. There's several core reasons why we're out here. We're out here because we fear the Lord, and we're out here to work for our salvation. Okay, and we yearn to see our Father, okay, and our big brother, who we call Jesus Christ, restore the righteous kingdom. Those are the several core reasons why we out here going.
First Thessalonians 4, verse 15. But this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep.
Right, read that again.
First Thessalonians 4, verse 15.
Go ahead.
But this we say unto you by the word of the Lord,
Right.
that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep.
Right, we should not prevent them which are asleep, because the ones that are asleep are the dead. Are the dead in our shop. Okay. So those sort of people there, God is going to raise them up in the last moment, in the last day. Okay, in the secret places, which we call them the ironfolds or the chariots of the Lord. From that point on, they're going to be delivered from the nuclear fire as well. Go on.
For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven.
Right, and the Lord himself shall descend from heaven. So who is this talking about? This is talking about who you call Jesus Christ as a so-called black man, according to the Bible. Alright? And that's just the whole thing. What you guys got to understand is that we are the men of the Lord. We are the men of the Bible. We don't teach no Quran. None of that garbage. Okay, we teach exactly what's in the Bible. Okay, if you come up here, you're going to get Bible verses. Alright? And that's what you're going to get. We stand for the Lord. We stand for the Most High and the Supreme Power himself. No other power but that power. Go on.
With the voice of the archangel and with the trump of the Most High, the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first.
And the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. The dead in the Lord. The ones that died in the Lord because of their sicknesses, or maybe because they got into a violent dispute with some, random person on the street somewhere. Okay, that same soul is going to be rewarded, regardless. And this is going over the majority of the people's heads, But this is for, the elect. That's why it tells us in Matthew 13, it says, unto you that know of the mysteries unto the kingdom of heaven, but unto them it is not given. So certain things that we may talk about, the people may not understand it, but it's only for the elect to understand it. Okay, because this is a parabolic book. This Bible here is very parabolic. Okay, you got millions of people that have Bibles in their homes, but they don't understand it. And the reason why they don't understand it because it's only set up for the prophets to understand it, to teach it. Okay, and that's why we understand it, and the majority of the people don't understand it. And I'm even going to include those that went to that even became a theologian or studied theology. They don't understand the Bible. How do I know that? Because we came across them before, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Okay, go on, brother.
Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them.
And that's the core point, man. That's what really matters the most. That's the priority of all things. That's the importance of all things. It's that we're going to be caught up together with the Lord, Yahawashi. And that's the ultimate reason we come out here and do this work, so we can work for our salvation. And also, as it states in, I believe it is, I think it's 2 Peter, the 1st chapter. Do all these things to make your calling and your election sure. So this is a part of the works of, making sure of our salvation. Because we know without a shadow of a doubt, if we just sit around and don't teach the gospel or do what we want to do, highly likely we're not going to make it. But if we come out here and do this work the way the Lord commanded us to do it, then more likely we're going to make it.
What's it for you?
Go on.
This is Revelation 14 and 12.
Yeah.
It says, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High, and the faith in Yahawashi.
And the faith in Yahawashi. And we're the only men on the planet that's doing that. And I'm talking about the men among Great Millstone. Okay, you got certain brothers, man, they just came from their sickness and they still teaching that. They still committed to the words of the Lord. All right, and that's how you know that we at the Great Millstone, that we mean business. We don't play around with this thing. You understand? Once we recuperate from our sickness or whatever it is that we're going through, we come back on the street like warriors. Because that's what we are, we're warriors, man. Go on, brother.
And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth.
Right, blessed are the dead that die in the Lord. Read it again.
Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth.
Right.
Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works to follow them.
Like a couple of other elders that we've never seen, that taught our elders. They're resting. They've already done the labors and the works. Okay, they've already sowed the seed, given it to our elders, and now they at rest. All they got to do is wait for their reward now. Okay, but The scripture says, blessed are they which die in the Lord. Henceforth shall they see their reward. Go on, brother.
Isaiah 57 verse 1. The righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart.
Right, because they don't understand. Go on.
And merciful men are taken away.
Right.
None considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come.
That's it right there. So if a brother, let's say a brother, dies or whatever in the street, guess what? He's in a better place than we are. You know why? Because he don't have to deal with the evil time that we have to deal with. That's the beauty of it all, you see? And all he's going to have to do is wait for his reward in heaven. You see what I'm saying? Because the Lord already has everything set up. The Lord remembers what the brothers have done in his men, which he has sent forth. So based on the deeds that they have done, good deeds, all right, they're going to be rewarded of that. And the main good deed is to do what we're doing. It's to come out here in our highways and the byways where the people can see us, and we can see the people live and direct. Okay, not in some back of bush area or some secretive suburban neighborhood. You got to come out here on the broad streets, baby. That's the way you do the work.
He shall enter into peace. They shall rest in their beds, each one walking in his uprightness.
Read that one more time. They shall rest in their beds.
Verse 2. He shall enter into peace.
Right.
They shall rest in their beds.
They shall enter into peace and they shall rest on their beds.
Each one walking in his uprightness.
Right, each one walking in the uprightness. So the Lord is going to remember the upright works that his men has done. And based on those works, hey, they're going to be delivered. Matter of fact, brother, can you give me Matthew the 7th chapter? Hold what you got, give me Matthew the 7th chapter. Where it speaks about how they say the Lord, Lord, and we're not making for those that do will of my Father.
Matthew 7, verse 21. Not everyone that says unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
That's right. And you might have a couple of guys, they may come up with a shirt that says Yahweh on there or Yahawashi on it. But guess what? Are they doing the work? No, they ain't doing the work. Okay, they be yesing around, man. So the guys that have done the actual work, okay, go on.
But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven,
go on.
Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
And that's just the thing. But I wanna deal with the first couple of verses. It says that those that do the will of my Father. So what is doing the will of the Father? Doing exactly what we're doing and going through the ups and downs along with doing what we're doing. Because you got a lot of guys, they know the truth, but they hide it under a bushel. And I'm metaphorically speaking. Okay, they put it underneath their feet. And they don't show the world their their talent, man. Because I mean, once you got this shoot, you gotta come out here and bring out the word, man. You understand? You can't just be coming out here trying to tell brothers, look, man, you teaching it wrong. And you should talk like this, and you should talk like that. Well, I tell you what, since you know how to do it better than we do, you take your behind out in the street and see and show us better. Go on, man.
And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works.
Right, and in thy name have done many wonderful works. And you got certain Hebrews like Caps that do know the name of the Lord, okay, and they'll even teach in the name. But guess what? They don't want to correspond with the doctrine of great millstone, which we have the complete truth. So if you're going to teach the truth, if you're going to come out here, you got to come out here 100%. All right, you can't use the word and half step the word, man. You got to come 100%. You got to break these scriptures down correctly. And if you got these scriptures down incorrectly, man, you know what I'm saying? You consider that, because if you just preaching the word and you breaking it down wrong, man, you're going to be responsible for that. All right. Or if you might, some brothers might forget the scripture to break down, and they're not breaking it down correctly. Hey, it's best to go to brothers that remember that scripture. So when you break it down, you're breaking it down correctly. Okay? Because you don't want to mislead the sheep. Go on, brother.
Then will I profess unto them, I never knew you.
And then will the Lord profess unto them. The word pro means before, and the fess means to obviously confess, right? So basically the Lord is going to profess that the souls that was playing games, the men that knew the truth and was playing around with it, the Lord is going to say, depart from me, all you workers of iniquity, I never knew you. See that? And that's going to be a terrible day for certain guys that we know that's been making a mockery of us, scoffing and talking scrap. All right, and you know what too, the Lord is also going, and I mean, I don't mean to go off subject, but a lot of the guys that came up against us last week, the Lord is going to destroy them too. The Lord is going to destroy that whole entire bar over there and that pub over there real soon. Okay? And all of them guys that came up here, they already sanctioned for the Lord to judge them severely. Happens all the time, man. And I pray that the Lord, if the Lord ain't got them, I pray that the Lord gets them where it hurts. Okay, and I pray that the Lord gets their family and their children, man. You feel what I'm saying? Because these jokers out here, they think that they can just talk to us in a condescending manner, but they don't know who the hell we are. You got certain people out here, man. I mean, and this is the thing. That's why I'm the type of guy. I don't just walk up to people and you know, want to beat them up. Because see, if you walk up to some just random people, you don't know what they're capable of doing to you. You might have a guy, he might be well versed in breaking your neck or breaking your arm. Or you might have a guy, he may not know how to fight, but guess what? He know how to put them dark spirits on you, man, and put curses on you. So that's why you gotta be very careful when you come across something. Because you don't know who we are. Alright? Because like I said, man, we could put curses on you and something happen to your whole entire family. This has happened before. So any of you bar triggers out there that want to come up against us, you be very careful when you do that. Because we got you on camera, okay? And you got certain brothers out here that can put the curses on you. You be on your way out. Go on, brother. And we don't care. We don't care either, man. Okay, if you drop dead because of the curse we put on you, that's your wax. Go on, brother. Okay. Yeah. You got something else for? Okay. You let me get this one first and then you come.
Mark 9 verse 1. And he said unto them, verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here, who shall not taste of death.
Right, so you're going to have some men that's going to stand and not tasting of death until what? Go on.
Till they have seen the kingdom of the Most High.
Until they see the kingdom of the Most High come with power. The power is going to come through Yahawashi. And Yahawashi comes and opens up on this planet like you've never seen before. There's not going to be no game playing. There's not going to be no more, vain drama. Okay, this is going to be, everybody's going to be kaput. When the Lord comes, because when the Lord comes, it's going to be totally desolation out. You know, forget about what Pastor Porkchop has been telling you. Okay, you might as well focus on what he's saying because we got the real message. And what we know for surety, based on what we've been reading in Scripture, is that when the Lord comes, he's going to bring fire, like you've never seen before. Go on, brother.
That was just to back you up on what you said about the people that are talking shit about us, yeah?
Yeah.
This is Matthew 12:36.
Yeah.
But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak,
Yeah, so it tells you right there, since every idle word that man shall speak, go on.
they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
So every last one of these Irish bar drinking Negroes over there, they're going to get it, man. They're going to get the judgment of their life. And they're going to have the answer to their maker on why they came up against us. And then they're going to be looking real silly before the Lord. That's what's going to go down. So you got to be very careful when you step to us, man. You know, we may be regular black guys, we look like that to you, but don't get it twisted. You got to men of God, man. When you come across the men of God, you got to come across it in peace. Otherwise, if you don't, man, something's going to happen to you. It could be you or your family or your whole household. And I'm just putting it out there, man. Okay, you be evil to us, guess what? You're going to bring evil in your own household. Go on, brother. Yeah, you're going. You're finished.
Going back, it says, 2 Ezra 7 verse 33, and the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment.
Right.
And misery shall pass away.
Right, and when the Lord is in the seat of judgment, that's when the kingdom's going to be established. That's when the real law and order is going to be established. And what do I mean by the law and order? The law and orders of the Mosaic law. Okay, not no Sharia law garbage. Okay, not no Esau laws. not the laws that Esau set up. It's going to be the laws of God himself that he established in Mount Sinai. When Moses was on the scene, those are the same laws that are going to be enforced. And through those laws, guess what? Peace will abound. Simple and plain. Go on.
And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end.
Right, and the long suffering shall have an end. So the long suffering is going to come to, is going to cease. Because the reason why people are bugged out their mind and they on drugs and they on certain medication to take themselves away from reality, because the world is messed up, man. And the knowledge that comes from this world is messed up. All right? You got, I mean, people are so messed up, they don't even know if they want to be, if you got certain men out here, they don't even want to be men anymore, they want to be women. So that's a mental instability, man. But guess what? Esau pushes that doctrine out there, that you can just do what you want, and there's no actual law and order. So when there's no actual law and order of God himself, then guess what? This is the crap that we have to live in, people. What are you going to say, brother? Oh, okay.
Reading on. But judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand.
Right, and it says judgment shall remain and the truth shall stand. How is the truth going to stand in our world? The kingdom of heaven, which would be established on earth. So when Yahawashi comes, because that's just the main thing we got to focus on, man. You got a lot of guys out there, you know, that have learned from the apostles and the elders on down, and now they want to do their own thing because they want to get their own little vein shine. And not realizing the bigger picture. The bigger picture is not about you, my man. It's about Yahawashi restoring order, man, and bringing things back to order again, in peace and righteousness, so that children could be children and run around and do whatever they do without getting sexually abused by some old crazy nutcase adult. Okay? So that's just the thing. When our world is established, everything's going to be orderly. It's going to be orderly by the ways of the Most High. Like I said, Islam ain't going to exist. Hinduism ain't going to exist when Yahawashi declares his rulership. All right, go on, brother.
The judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand.
And it says judgment shall only remain and truth shall stand. Because right now, lies is the standard of today. Okay? Okay, if you believe in any form of illogical madness in this society or just unrighteousness as a whole, then you're basically the coolest guy out of all. You know, any man that stands out for some sort of, righteousness, he's considered a nincompoop or a nutcase. Okay? And like I always say this again, even when you go to these school systems, right? We all went to school before. And in order for us to maintain our, our popularity or our coolness, what would we have to do? We'd have to act like a class clown or act stupid so we can appease the other kids, because that's what society condones. Society condones madness. Okay? Society condones your children to be a bunch of nincompoops and illogical idiots. Okay? That's the reality of the world that we live in. And I'm talking about the world that we're located in, which is the Western Empire. The revival of ancient Rome. Okay, there's no such thing as righteousness in this world. There's no such thing. You're not going to find it. Go on, bro.
They even train your children, like they show gay comics, gay cartoons and shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They do it all in front of the children. They don't care.
Yep.
They don't. You got trannies being teachers.
Yep.
Primary school teachers. Trannies, man. Like men that dress up like women.
That's right. That's right.
All that.
Yep.
All up in the schools teaching their children and shit. You got gay cartoons. You got gay people adopting children.
Yep.
Oh, there was even a news of a Hindu couple wanted to adopt a white European child.
See that?
Then the people that give out the children, they said no because you're of another ethnic group, so you can't. So that's discrimination. Right. So that's like, here is your teaching acceptance. varies different cultures and everything. But when it comes to adopting the children, you ain't dealing with them.
Right.
I read a little bit about that, yeah.
Right.
There was a law in place before, yeah, and David Cameron scrapped it. Because before, if you're a black family, they will say you got to adopt a black child so that the child can have a sense of identity. But then David Cameron scrapped it, and then what happens now, anybody can adopt any rest of a child.
You see that?
But there was an incident in America where this Edomite family adopted this little Haitian boy, yeah? But you know, just to show you, Esau and Jacob, we got two different spirits. That boy was rough on their own child, man. He was beating that little kid up and everything. They have to take that boy and give him away, give him back.
Give him back.
That's crazy, man.
The boy was ruthless in the house, man, tearing shit. He didn't like the other boy, man.
God.
I'm telling you, man.
Hey,
They had to give him back. They had to give him back, man. Listen,
You have the spirit of the Lord.
something wrong with this child, man. You know, think about Esau, man. Can you see?
Ruthless. His brother in the bathroom is running around.
Yeah.
J children are like that, man. Don't go off topic. But even if you check on children in school, like you have Edomite children, Elamite children, you have fucking Ishmaelite children, you have Jake, right, in the classroom. The one, if you see a child is running around, going from one side to the other side, it's always a Jake, man.
Yes, it is.
It was just some hyperactive West African Jake. It's going from one side, starting trouble, getting sent out, getting screwed. The Jake, man, got a curse on him, man. For a second, he come in and take off. Then they send the kid back home.
Nah, man. But hey, that's what it is, right?
But that's the point of how the brother's talking about how everything is messed up from the children are messed up. Everything is messed up, so this place gotta go, man.
It's gotta go. It's gotta go.
You know, it's way too much. Even I was getting angry. Because the brother from Dallas, the Dallas camp, the Texas camp, he did a video basically on how even Esau's fucking with the animals, man.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was getting pissed off at that too.
They're attacking the sheep. That's what they're kicking the sheep and shit.
Yeah.
You know, they're cutting the sheep and leaving it to bleed and shit.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's it.
Yeah.
Esau, that's it, man. Once you start damaging the animals, you cross the line.
Yeah,
you
fall, yeah. Can't.
You did it now. You fucked up. Now you can't even find lions, man. Lions are becoming rare, man.
Yeah, I've heard about that. And you know what too as well, like, man, I mean, Esau, what he's doing is you know, he's mixing genes, human genes with animal genes and coming up with some weird creations. Okay, so what he's doing is and another thing too, what Esau's doing is, as well as, you know, with this you know, this LGBT madness, is what the Lord, what he's doing is what Esau's doing is he's doing away with Genesis, the first chapter. Okay, which that's a heavy thing. Like one of the brothers made that statement, which that's a very heavy statement to make, man, because it's so true. When you try and, you know, mix seeds and you try to confuse people to thinking something that they're not, confusing their sex, what you're doing is you're upsetting the you're upsetting how nature works. And you're also affecting the ecosystem. So this Edomite, man, he gotta go. These devils gotta come out of power, because if they don't, it's just everything's gonna be messed up. Go on, brother.
2nd Ezra 4 verse 30.
Yep.
For the grain of evil seed have been sown in the heart of Adam,
Right.
from the beginning.
Right. And the grain is a small thing. The grain of evil. So it only takes one little, you know, small minute of evil, and then if you don't do away with that evil, guess what? That evil is gonna grow, and it's gonna grow. Before you know it, everybody's gonna be all messed up, as we have today in 2017. Go on, brother.
And how much ungodliness have it brought up unto this time.
Right, because they were evil back in the beginning, and that's why the Lord had a flood come down on their behind. Okay, and divided the land as well. That's why you have divided countries, because it was known as Pangea at one time. What does the word Pangea means? It means Pan meaning all and Gea meaning land. So at one time the earth, which I'm talking about, the land was all at one. Now it's all divided. Why? Because it tells you
what's behind you.
It tells you what happened in terms of in the scriptures where the land's departed. Okay, and that's just the thing, and you can even do some research on that on certain books too. Go on.
say, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing comes?
Right, and to the time of threshing. The time of threshing is going to come when the Lord comes round. Matter of fact, somebody give me Isaiah, hold that brother, give me Isaiah 60, I think it's 6 or something like that. You know, Isaiah 60 where it says, who cometh with thine garments from Edom? Because the day of threshing is going to come where Yahawashi is going to declare his power, and it's going to be violence on a magnifying scale, man. All right, the Lord is going to bring nothing but death and bloodshed out here. Because we're going.
Isaiah 63 verse 1.
Yeah.
Who is this that cometh from Edom?
Right.
With dyed garments from Bozrah.
With dyed garments from Bozrah. Because Bozrah is another town for Edom. Go on.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
And traveling in the greatness of his strength. Because when the Lord comes, everybody's going to experience that power. That magnificent like power. Okay, and that power, we're going to get a piece of that too. Okay, but the Lord is going to get his shit off his chest first, and then we're going to come after. Go on.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. And the Lord is going to come with his mighty angels and his mightiness within himself, and he's going to come to save those that took his name and that did his will, and that did what was instructed and commanded. Okay, go on.
Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel?
Right, and the reason why the Lord came red in his apparel, because the red signified the violence that he was going to cause. Okay, go on.
And thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat.
Right, and the wine fat is talking about the amount of people that's going to get trampled in this violence. Blood spilling, go on.
I have trodden the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me.
Right, and the people there was none with you. Go on.
For I will tread them in mine anger.
The Lord said he's going to come back and tread them in his anger. And the them is really referring to Esau, man. Okay, so-called Europeans. Those are the main guys he's going to go after. The main nation, the numero uno nation, the Lord is going to go after. All right, and then they're going to go into slavery for 1,000 years. Then Obadiah, the first chapter, is going to come in effect, and they're going to be totally eradicated from the face of